In this lecture video, we will understand the architecture of sensor cloud platform. So a sensor cloud platform, it combines wireless sensor networks with the cloud computing, and it helps in collecting the sensor data from different places and storing, processing and sharing it through the cloud. Now in the normal or traditional cloud computing, we will be having only two main actors, that is the cloud service provider and the end users. But in sensor cloud architecture, we will be having here three actors. That is, one more important actor is added here, that is the sensor owners. So in sensor cloud architecture, we have three main actors, that is the cloud service provider, end user and the sensor owners. So here the main components of the sensor cloud architecture are end users, web interface, then you have here cloud, you have sensor owners, then deployed sensor nodes, and SCSP, that is a sensor cloud service provider. Okay, so coming to the figure here, this is the architecture of the sensor cloud platform. So you have a end user here. Okay, you are having the end users who this actor, it is also known as the customer of the sensor cloud services, and an end user registers himself with the infrastructure through a web portal. Okay, so through a web portal, and thereafter he will choose the template of the services that are available in the sensor cloud architecture to which he is registered. Then finally through the web portal, the end users will receive the services. Then second is the sensor owners. Okay, so sensor owners, here the deployment of the sensors, it is essential in order to provide the services to the end users. Now these sensors in a sensor cloud architecture, these are owned and deployed by the sensor owners. And a particular sensor owner can own multiple homogeneous or heterogeneous sensor nodes, and based on the requirements of the end users, these sensor nodes are virtualized and assigned to serving multiple applications at the same time. And on the other hand, a sensor owner receives rent depending upon the duration and the usage of his or her sensor nodes. Then comes the sensor cloud service provider, where it is responsible for managing the entire sensor cloud infrastructure, including the management of the sensor owners and the end users, handling the resource handling, database management and cloud handling centrally. So this SCSP, it receives the rent from the end users with the help of a predefined pricing model, and the pricing scheme may include the infrastructure cost, sensor owners rent and the revenue of the SCSP. So typically different algorithms are used for managing the entire infrastructure, and the SCSP, it receives the rent from the end users and shares a partial amount with the sensor owners also. So the remaining amount, it is used for maintaining the infrastructure, and in this process the SCSP, it earns a certain amount of revenue from the payment of the end users also. So this is about the sensor cloud architecture. Now we will see the working of this sensor cloud architecture step by step. So what we are having, first step is sensor nodes will collect the data. That is, sensor nodes are deployed in different locations, and these sensors will collect the data such as temperature, then you have humidity, motion, pressure, traffic data and many more, and the sensors send this collected data wirelessly. Next is, second step is sensor owners manage the sensors, where the sensors are belongs to different sensor owners, and a sensor owner will deploy the sensors, maintain the sensors and also give sensors on rent to the SCSP. One owner may have homogeneous sensors, that is the same type of sensors, and other owners may have heterogeneous sensors, or the same owner may have heterogeneous sensors, that is different types of sensors. Next, in the third step, the data is sent to the cloud. That is, the data is transferred to the cloud infrastructure, and the cloud, it will store, it will process and analyze the data and shares the services with the users. So the cloud providers, the cloud, it provides the scalability and large storage as well as the remote access. Fourth step is SCSP will manage the entire system, that it will control the whole infrastructure, and it will perform resource allocation, then database management, sensor management, user management, billing and pricing, and also the service delivery. So this SCSP, it acts as a bridge between the sensor owners and the end users. Now the last step is the end users access services, where the users register through a web portal. Using the web interface, the users can request the services, okay, and monitor the sensor data, analyze the reports, and access the applications. And users will pay the charges according to the type of the service, duration of usage, and amount of resources used. So this is about the working of the sensor cloud architecture in 5 steps. That is, the sensor will sense the environment. This is the first step. Owners will provide and manage the sensors. Then data goes to the cloud. The SCSP will manage and deliver the services, and the end users will get value and pay for the same. So this is about the sensor cloud architecture. Thank you.